Oh goody, the bot's working. Alrighty. Hello. You know, I don't really understand it, but every now and then when the game updates, it pops up with this, and I don't really understand why. Because I don't have any of these things loaded, and, like, nothing's changed. Like, oh no, yeah. Yeah, 1.1 big mine. I used it once like a billion years ago, and I don't know why it's trying that. It's just really strange. Um, like I think it just gets confused with these or something. Yeah, there's like for some reason big mining drill and lab productivity. What even is lab productivity? Oh, I think that's one of the sim mods. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Very strange. But anyway, how are we doing? Oh, I was going to do the slow start. Yeah, it was starting a little late today. There was a few little internet issues that popped up. But it seems to be sorted now. Also, this is the carbon build that will finally stopped getting distracted and actually getting it done. I tidied it up a little bit just before. Hey, Pax over on YouTube as well. Let's see. It is there and there. So we're using a pretty consistent 1.9k smooth brains a minute, and we're sitting at about 350 carbon a minute, which is a pretty solid amount. I'm pretty sure that's more than enough, realistically, because it's not actually I suppose it is used in quantum processes, which does in turn go into science. Yeah, there. It does actually go into science, so that's a thing. But oh wow, that's actually almost full. um, I don't actually need a huge amount of production straight away. I can realistically probably just put in one of these, and this will be fine. Yeah. So carrying on from last time, I actually took away the limit that was on this thing here. So I disabled the limit, so it just cranks out constantly. Because this thing needs to generate its own for it to function as fast as possible, it needs to generate its own mold. So this thing's probably got to run out of carbon. Yeah, I got a little. Oh no, I got a proper injection then. Yeah, so it's what was it? It was I actually did a factorial lab calculation of this. Yeah, 1.8 machines of carbon. It's balanced around one smooth brain machine to get it done. And yeah, so three. What it means, basically what it means is it needs three mold carbon and two carbon fiber producers for this thing to work. So now we know how much it is. I didn't really want to do it yesterday, but got it done now. Yeah, so this thing it basically needs a continuous supply of mold, which means that doesn't need to be a thing. It just needs to crank out nutrients as fast as possible to generate as much mold as possible in turn, which can then be turned into carbon, which then is turned into carbon fiber. Also, hello operator, how you doing? Oh yeah, you're out of power. Okay, yeah, because I deleted all that crap. But actually, realistically, do that like that. Remove unfiltered, so you can actually see what's going where. I mean, I could filter it per item as well if I was so inclined, but I'm not going to. I did also, if you didn't see, I did actually set this up for uncommon productivity modules as well. Things get interesting if you actually crank it up to legendary. Like, where is it? It can be a little clunky at times. There we go. Yes, with legendary, see this thing goes from 1 down to 0.6, which means should get like 700, I think. No, 600, 650, 650. I was going to say 650, then I was like, no, that sounds a little low. I'm going to make it 700. And I was like, oh, wait, no. It must have actually been 600. I should have just gone with a 650 in the first place. So yeah, it actually considerably increases the output. And that's still for... Oh, that actually increases it to 2.4 machines. Never mind. But yeah. No legendary eggs yet? Not yet. But that's for future me, distant future me things. Now me things is just doing the uncommons. Hello. How you doing, Bellmaster? I don't know why my brain just shut down then. It's been happening a lot lately where I just can't think for whatever reason. It's kind of worrying actually. It's like Alzheimer's or something. You're 105 of 144 hours you watch on Twitch. You earned 46,000 channel points. Nice. My stats for other people were pretty average. But yeah, so this is the carbon build, all nice and done. What were the other builds we did? Oh yeah, we got this thing, and then we got the rocket fuel thing. So I think it might be time to put these into practice. So we grab that, pop it there, say, load, go there. I learned something really interesting when I was packing up last night. I accidentally said to save over this one, and then hit save, and it said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" It was a pop-up that I'd never really seen before. And then I looked again, I was like, oh, it's the wrong save file. So somewhere in the save logic is a thing that checks the save game name is consistent and you're not accidentally overriding one and pops up the message. That is such a specific thing to do. That's actually impressive. What do we got here? So this is... Oh, that's okay. That's fine. It is very nice. I like that. Um, so for carbon, so I want that to be agriculture, that to be agriculture, potentially more down there. That right, or this space in right here is starter base, or this space here is starter base, either or really. Probably right there will push into starter base. Over end game saves on the PS2 with a new game, he never recovered. Oh yeah, because PS2, it's basically gone forever. There is no going back. How many save games were lost to the little battery inside the Nintendo cartridges being running flat? We want this. Don't know, but I'm probably going to aim for about here, me reckons. Hey, oh no, maybe there. I'll push it out a little bit further. The theory being that just space things out a little bit. Yeah, that'd be perfect. I might back it up a few. To there. And then, just for Darthy, that is. Yeah, probably about there. I'm not actually going to use it right there because I need to back that off. Then, need to do that. I've had that issue. You only really got a Nintendo Lite as your first Nintendo. I never actually had a Nintendo, I should say. It's just something that I've heard about. I think it was the Super Nintendo that had the batteries inside it. I mean, by that stage, I was thoroughly into PC territory, so like I didn't have to worry about such things. Ooh, that's an explosion and a half. Well, let's just obliterate some nature. It's totally unnecessary. but it kind of is necessary. Because who doesn't want pockets full of mold? It's actually funny. I did actually play Mario on the original Nintendo back in the day, and I didn't like it. I forget where I played that though. I think it was like a cousin's place or something. Had the NES. I think a neighbor had an NES as well. It was kind of weird back then because everyone had a different machine. Ah, I appear to be missing some stuff. It's not like they eat the spores for you, so why not get rid of them? Exactly. I mean, this is Factorio. You've got to eliminate everything in favor of replacing it with a factory. This is also how I never get anything done around here. It's because I'm like, oh, I should just obliterate all of the decoratives. For no reason than because I can. It would make a lot more sense if I just turned that into landfill. It would compress it down 50 to 1. Yay, moldy copper. It's an AK. Good morning. And a 55. All factories all the time. At some point they're going to complain about my pockets being full. Being full? Being full. Just like that. The trick is to build track instead. Then I can get the thingies done. Feeing bull, exactly. Oh, my batteries are actually drained. That's not a thing that normally happens. Oh, what do I? Oh no, I have no, the better ones. Yeah, I just can't think of a time when that's actually happened, where I drained the batteries down to the point where I can't walk anymore. That's something. Oh, I was going to shoot them if they didn't want to pick it up. We out of track yet? No, but we're out of power apparently. It's slowly building up again. Now we're out of track. What are we at? We got that's. Those are a little low on the old power department. There we go. In Poland, Nintendo wasn't popular and too expensive. Now the Pegasus was basically a SNES clone that ran the same generic game cartridges and even pirated ones. Oh yeah, you would have been behind the Iron Curtain, so you wouldn't have had access to stuff like Nintendos. You would have had all the homegrown stuff, or the Warsaw slash Soviet equivalent. Some interesting machines came out of like Poland, Czechoslovakia, and a few other places. I'm not remembering off the top of my head. I think Hungary. Had some interesting stuff. Sure. That you there, and then probably another one there, just for good measure. Alrighty. And with a bit of luck, we'll actually get somewhere. At some point, I do need to go distracted for. Oh yeah, because I told it to deconstruct. Yep. Atari. Oh yeah, you wouldn't have had access to Atari or Commodores. Made in the wrong side of Germany. For those who don't know, mine. Oh, most Commodore 64s, or at least like I think the PAL ones at least. I don't know about the NTSC ones. The sticker underneath says assembled in West Germany. Made in West Germany or assembled in West Germany? I forget which. It's not the only factory they used. Download games from FM radio. Yeah, there's the infamous one where I say infamous. It's the famous one where the BBC and BBC Micro they had the suction cup that you can make and for that whatever the computer show was over in England and you could read the program off the TV screen. You put a suction cup over the thing, it would like pop up in the bottom left corner and it would scan like a barcode. So that's pretty much what it is. It's a Maholic. Why didn't it make any noise though? How you doing, Maholic? Why am I losing? Why am I apparently unstable? I don't know what is it, anything is going on anymore. How we doing? Welcome on in. Hello there, Duggabear. Hello, Sheepduck. Hello, Maholic. Why is that? That is really weird. I've got like no drop frames, but it's saying things are going. That's like not working. That's so strange.
Not happy, Jen!
Interesting. That's true. How nice. Some nice Gleba upgrading to listen to while you upgrade your Gleba factory. Just Gleba the night away is the way it is. Yeah, we're slapping down a nice big rail network. Not because you should, but because no one else is. So it seemed like a good idea at the time. Emphasis at the time. If I could, there we are. If I could manage to, press the right button, that would be amazing. I like how they sort of give up and just wander off. They eventually remember to be hostile and come back, though. You want a hub and spoke Gleba base, but you don't want to do the effort of building it? Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Like, I've seen what a late game or an end game Gleba base is like. Or actually, I know what an... Oh, I can actually... I think I can show you. What an end game base looks like with full legendary. So this is with 22,222 science. And yeah. And sneeze. And yeah, it only needs 6.6 biochambers. At 88 beacon, mind you. For 22,000. I mean, it's a bit more at for red science. Of course, blue science still needs 40 of the stupid things. But yeah, you only need, you basically don't need that much. Hey, YouTube Veldak. There you are, to tandem with Twitch Veldak. It's probably smarter than me. I've decided quality Gleba is what I should be trying to build. Ooh. I haven't actually started on Gleba quality yet. No, part of the reason why I'm doing this infrastructure is to actually do Gleba quality eventually. Um, I need, more local production to get it done though. Yeah, only 23 yellow science, 23 purple. It's only need 9. Oh, I haven't really looked into space that much. 8 metallurgic science. There's a bit more. 15 of these. 23, 28 of them. Again, that's nothing. It's actually 10 beacon, I think. Or possibly 12 beacon. I was down to 23. I only need 1 of these, but 3 will do. It needs a lot of, yeah. The biggest bottleneck is collecting the Promethium asteroid chunks when it comes to the thingy science. Oh, ads. Hi, ads. How you doing today? 4 machines making triangles. 1.1 machines making swizzle sticks, electric sticks. You do need a lot of a lot of biter production. Yeah. But the thing you really take it away from this is again, this is 22,000 science a minute, not second. Um, it's the target is 20,000 signs a minute is basically what I went to, and I was like, I'll just put in all twos because that's usually what I do now. Is just put in all of the same number, like the 8K 1.1 base was 8888 because it's a nice round number. The Factor extended one was a nice round number of 40,000, admittedly. The Bida base is legendary. Good question. Because they're probably not actually. Where are they? Further up? No, it's around. No, I can't. Oh, there they are. No, they're not. There you go. That's better. Good catch. It's 19K legendary production modules. Yeah, just a couple, isn't it? Just a couple. Yeah, so we would need. So I would need 129 legendary biter bases. Some other machine. Oh yeah, yeah, the big mining drill. Oh, the recyclers aren't. Da, ba, da, ba, da. I can't. I don't think you can default quality. Ah, these aren't. Yeah. Well, you get the idea. The point of what I'm making, anyway, is that like there's single digit machines, less than 10 machines to run this 22,000 base. Like all all of the smooth brains is point 0.6. All of it. It's great. I might double check that. Is that actually all of it? Destinations. Yeah, yeah. All of it is actually point 0.6. 1.2 if you use these for making all, again, all of the, and just to be clear, that's 237,000 light oil, which isn't actually that much light oil, but still. uh, these numbers, like three to do all of the petroleum gas. Yeah, I haven't set it up properly. I'm not going to really go to that trouble. Say that. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Uh, electric furnace. There you go, 6.2. Uh, moving swiftly along. Yeah, but that's the far distant future. 18K. Yeah, 18K steel is a lot of well. Actually, I think it's this tab. Yeah, here we are. This is 1.1 by comparison. 96, 100, and this is just for 8,888. 115 for green science. Where's steel? 86,000 across. How many? 22,000 machines. Just 2,000 smelters to make 86,000. Yeah, I had to hesitate on the 18K steel because I was pretty sure that we've done bigger numbers than that before. But yeah, 2,000 furnaces to do that. Especially as well, once you get into like once you get to the end of the various productivity boosts, because these cap out at 300% productivity, so you can start putting speed modules in machines or efficiency modules or something. I need to empty my pockets too, like that. Sure, you would use foundries like bioplastic, bio-rocket fuel. I would do. Would I do bio? Oh yeah, I was going to do bioplastic. No problems with Mixer is muting himself. Oh, there's a thing. Hang on. How about now? Is it still cutting out? It's possible the headset's dying as well. I just jiggled so the microphone cable was cutting out. Sometimes it comes loose. You need to pull it out and give it a good shove back in. But yeah, let me know if it's still doing it. That's not good. I need to check on that. I might just preemptively buy a new headset. This headset's had a lot of. It's been good. It's like 3 years old now. For something that I use so intensely, it's lasted well. I mean, the cups gave up a long time ago. The faux leather. It was cutting holes. Oh yeah, I think it was the plug. It was probably the plug. The plug is also what gives you the robo crackly thing. Not good. Yeah. You actually, Hingry, actually, you completely reminded. I'd completely forgotten about it, and you reminded me. The bioplastic. I need to do that. Because yeah, I can't do that here. I mean, I can try to. I think it does actually work out better from memory. Wi-Fi. Do you not need? What? Why does that say total raw, not jelly? Because it should take jelly, which is wrinkle brains. Huh. See, that doesn't take raw. Well, I suppose it doesn't count the bioflux, but technically yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fine. 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 Anyway, moving along. So now we got these here. Don't buy headsets anymore. We've got a solid Barodynamics earphones and a snowball as a mic. I was thinking about a Barodynamic headset as well. That would be nice. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. I feel like that's a bit of a Mr. Penguin thing. If he would recommend it or not. My robots are off. Keep autosave. There. What is? Oh, this is a mold line. Nice thing about Bear is you can get all the spare parts even after a few years. That is true. That is definitely true. They are very good like that. Just thinking. So, one of the things I'm sort of aiming for with this whole train-based build with farming, I might aim for about there, is to have multiple pickup points. So have lots of small pickup points instead of mega pickup points. That way multiple trains can pick up at the same time. Kind of like, just standard outposting. What? Did that. Those things really struggle to place at times, the ramps. And about now. There. There we go. What's stopping you from placing? There we go. I will overcome the bottleneck called landing pad. With difficulty. With difficulty, I think, is the answer. Sony's. Ooh, interesting. Don't know how I'm going to do the landing pad just yet. What comes in currently? Spider eggs mainly. Boss building elevated rails has been a headache for you too. Yeah, it can be a little weird at times. Also, as it was pointed out before, yes, hello trains. Lots of trains in here. Lots of fusion apparently too. Yeah, it's fine like that. So yeah, the main thing that comes in. It's not a regular import though, Biter eggs. Most of this stuff is irregular imports and ad hoc stuff. It's more sending than receiving. Got them for audiophile friend suggestion. I have to have a look at that. I'm always a little. What's the best way to say it? I have a bit of a love-hate approach to Sony stuff. On the one hand, they're amazing. On the other hand, they're really expensive. But yeah, landing pad. Hey, username. Nice to catch a stream again. Yeah.
Hello there.
And Darthy. What exactly am I trying to do right now? Right here. Right now. Right here. Right now. I'll stop that now. Maybe you can have slash dot dash dot dash dot slash dot dash dot com instead. Your wife has whooping cough. Is that actually possible? I thought that was, well, yeah, I suppose actually. Just not been touched. I came over here for some reason. What are you complaining about? Oh, like a tool belt. Yeah, you'll do that. Flat EQ? Ah, yep. Apparently the Vax... That is probably even more of a surprise to me. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, the electro thingy's having a bad... Is this really still... Yeah. Pagora is doing very poorly at the minute. He's not doing well. Wow, he got a lot of those though. I mean, yeah, it makes sense now that when I've thought about it. You get it as an adult and transfer it to babies, and that's where it's so bad, so lethal. Is that the babies, family and friends get revaccinated. Yeah, I mean, the vaccine wearing off, I didn't really expect. But it makes sense. I completely blanked out on what I was about to do, so I just sort of loiter around to try and remind myself. So, well, we got these things here. So we need bacteria to... We've got bacteria here to... What should smelt into iron. Oh, that's right. We need to import calcite. That's what we need. So I do actually need a dedicated landing hub. But... well, I'll move... What I'd do is move this up to like here and make it part of a regular thingy. So what are we working on? Well, carbon was done. We just need to do the actual science build now. That's the next step. Uh, thingy, yes. Thingy McThing thing. So they are called. Alright, so we come round here. I keep getting distracted because I really do need to make the quality base on Narvis and start really grinding things up to legendary. Probably not going to make use of it anytime soon, but it's something that needs to start happening. Having said that, at the same time, I need to actually make to make everything controller to work with quality properly. So you can set the idea being so the vision that I have for this thing that I keep talking about is that you set a specific quality of an item and it will maintain the subvariants of that quality until, or like if you tell it to make legendary of something, it will make all of the steps beneath it, like all of lower quality variants of it to help grind it up, grind up the legendary variants. Um, Instead of just listening to the request, because it means that they can have the lower quality variants constantly being requested out. Vulcanus? Not really, because you have to bring in a lot of stuff. Vulcanus, I mean, it isn't a terrible idea, because you can make circuits and everything else on the fly. It's things like, where is it? It's particularly things like the superconductors that are a bit of a problem. That's why I ended up putting it on Fulgora, holmium and superconductors. Admittedly, because it's mostly because I'm making these currently. Um, and also because you're going backwards, there's more opportunities to bump up quality. Asteroid reprocessing to get legendary iron and coal. I think there's merit in doing that. Is there an exit missing on the train intersection? It's underneath. It happens underneath. Where is it? There. Yeah. Oh, there. Yeah. It does actually connect completely. It's just one's underneath the other. And this one should be correct. So there should be an upper diamond and a lower diamond. Also, hey Cloud. Yeah, my only thing against asteroid reprocessing is from my theorying of it, it doesn't produce a lot at scale. That's the only thing I have sort of fighting against it. It just doesn't scale too well. But it is an idea. I mean, late game, this thing needs to actually trundle around the solar system to actually collect enough asteroids to produce the science. Either that or you just launch stuff up. But it's an interesting problem to have. Like, Okay, I'm just building this to try and procrastinate on actually doing things. I should also add that I might have to end early today as well. A flying bar, pretty much on the four-way. Yeah, there is a lane under there. It's just hidden. But yeah, so there should be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like upper, as I say, upper and lower diamond. So there's um, a lower section and then the upper diamond section. Yeah, it's just hidden underneath. It's one of the things I discovered about the yeah, you can sort of see it there and there. One of the things I very quickly learned about elevator rails is that when you go above with the elevator rails, it makes it really hard to see the stuff underneath. Yeah, we do need a button to hide the top layer. I wonder if there's a mod for that now. Wouldn't surprise me. Hmm. Just thinking. So carbon, bit of an everything resource. The 25k coal site. Yeah, or make the layers distinct. That would be good too. Oh yeah, that's. I see the red. I'm like, oh, is that thingies? No, it isn't. It's wrong color red. It just stands out on the green. That's the iron. So, the answer is. I think the answer is. Go up to the first one, make it right, then do more stuff. It's the kind of crazy thing about the game is that you can just have a platform mine calcite from space, or mine all the resources from space, and then just drop them down. You don't actually have to mine anything from Vulcanus and ship it around. The only reason it's annoying is that you got to have a platform that can mine it all and manage it all, and that can be annoying. Just setting up the stupid platform. Sometimes that can just be a pain. Yep. You always have the mold to nutrients as a bootstrap. All gone. I imagine at some point this thing's going to kick into gear. I mean, it can help it along a little bit. Oh, that's why it's got another thingy here. Working on 5 planets at once can be a real ball ache if you never scale up. Yeah, I need a mojo minion to do a planet while you do another. Hey, look around. Yeah, you really do need a workforce for this to get it all done. Or be focused and structured enough to actually make this stuff. Like actually get this stuff done in a reasonable amount of time. Key day. So that's my outputs. Oh yeah, there we have the efficiency modules. I think you found the GUI oversight regarding the artillery turret GUI. Ah, interesting. Do tell. Right, so inputs. We need... Do we need? Smooth brains, wrinkle brains. I have a good one, Spellmaster. I assume by bedtime you mean mobile viewing. I assume that's what you mean. We have stone as an output. This actually might be a candidate for dropping Fireflux from orbit. I mean, I am currently sending the Calcite Express to Gleba. Anyway. Oh, you got upgraded thingies. Very nice. There's might not have upgraded, changed the artillery turret GUI to follow the space exchange medley target GUIing. Do you mean this one? There. The targeting remote stuff. There should still be in here. Yeah, launch a rocket within 8 hours. Oh no, they did fix it. Yeah, I remember this. I remember pointing this out before. It was actually fixed a little while ago. But yeah, it used to say launch a satellite in a rocket in under 8 hours. Currently cannot set targets for artillery turret. You can only turn auger targeting. Oh, interesting. Non-Gleba care packages. So the point that I was trying to get at, drop bioflux from orbit. I do that on Narvis. So we need you. These actually probably need to slide over one to make it more sensibles. It's like they actually need to go there. Should also set up more on Gleba, but after setting up main bus with all the spoilables and burning off the excess, build 55Ks. Basic science setup on Narvis because Gleba is hard and took you to take a look at. Slight red-green problem, just the poor eyesight, so it's hard for you to work on Gleba more than an hour or two. It is hard to see things on Gleba. I noticed that as well. It was hard on the eyes when I first played it. Oh, I got the wrong thingy. Turn off the fog, that's probably a good idea. I haven't, normally I do actually, where are the graphics? Normally I do turn off clouds, but I hadn't turned it off in this version. Oh, clouds, fog. Yeah. The problem is it makes a Gleba look really bland when you turn all the visual effects off. Pants for pentapods. Pentapants. Okay then. Go. Alright, so we got the wrinkle brains and the smooth brains coming in. I need mold to come out. I need seeds to come out. And I need to receive iron ore out. Potentially bring in calcite to smelt it. Then I'd take plate out. Spider pants. Yeah, one biolab running on Gleba. Alright, let's fix this bit up. So I can continue to pretend that I'm actually accomplishing something useful. So, I now need an innie. That's an innie. So we need seeds there, and we need uh, um, I was thinking about it. Underwear, spiderwear. Aren't Battlemage GPU getting released soon? Yes, they are. How do you think they're gonna fare as low-end cards? I think they're gonna be pretty good because the Arc is already sort of hitting that mark. What did I need? So yeah, wrinkle brains, smooth brains. One of the things I wasn't quite sure on is uh, I mean, I might need to add mold to that. Just accept that it's going to be part of the system and empty it that way, because then the thing will just process it. The stacking belts might be a problem though. Oh, actually, I got a better idea. Do it at the pickup. Or better yet, just make it become because of the interrupts, it'll become a mold train. Yeah, the early stuff is looking promising. If they can, yeah, the drivers have been continuously improving, as you say. The problem is there isn't much of a low end anymore. Do I even filter them? I really just need. I'm only really filtering them just to stop any random crap going in. So that's going to be seeds coming out, also mold coming out. So I actually need another one. There. Have the issue on your own Gleba. If you redo 2 lines of flux to biolabs, you crash the entire planet. Oh, hey JD. How much Gleba? Yes. Um, I mean, just throwing down trains and seeing what happens. I mean, I did actually work out, yeah, was it here? Oh, they needed like 8 machines. Yeah, 6 machines. So, 6 machines worth. That's fine. It gets the job done. Just use lab productivity to fill in the rest. All right, and then that one will be old. Just wish memory would keep up with it. Yeah, memory is in a really strange place right now. Why 2222? It's easier to press the same key over and over again than it is to do anything else. Technically it's 22,000. 22,222 for 6 machines. Yeah, it's just really breaking a sweat there. Chew for 22. Chew for 22. Bring on the artillery shells. That was a fun day. Amy LeBroy. His name's Graham, Max. The hardy speed is high. Sheer symphony when they're every time. Wish you luck. Ah, very good. Feeding that many machines isn't fun. Ends up with 8 machines, and feeding them is difficult. Yeah, I haven't even thought about the full legendary builds yet. Yeah, for those that don't know, 12th Man was a sort of an audio series, which is a bit of a parody of cricketing of its time. Uh, the Wired World of Sports from Wide World of Sports, which is a play on Wide World of Sports. And yeah, it was the can't do it now. Very politically incorrect. Yeah, I can't even say some of the Pakistani names that they made. The funny thing is that the Pakistanis and absolutely love it. They loved all of the names that they came up with. They think it's the funniest thing ever. But in Australia, you can't do it anymore. Speaking of, there goes the bit rate. Apparently. When the ship shows up in orbit, gets 100k science delivered from 4 rows of dedicated rocket silos. You can't say a lot of those names anymore. I mean, Brahimi LeBroy, being called Graham, his real name was Graham LeBroy. Is alright. What else was there? Cut a bunch of lavender, put it in a vase. Gee would whacker. Can't say the one before that one. But you know what it is. I think the neurons are triggering, aren't they, Darcy? I think that was where Was he? No, well, was that where Was he a Crim came from? What do you mean, was he? Good times. What am I doing? I'm just going back and forth mindlessly now. What do you mean, was he's the one that can't say? As in, to stumble over it. Fumble the ball. I remember what I was going to do. So this thing is actually a combination of mold and seeds. So we need to separate out the mold and the seeds. Something like so. Succeeding in distracting me? Yes. I'm sure I still have the cassette that I copied from my brother's copy from a billion years ago. I do even have the, is it Marvelous? Because they played it on Rage once? It was something 12th Man they played on Rage. I'll have to look it up now. Got a copy of that. This is sort of preparing for the impossible future reality where I actually painted those backwards. Where I'm potentially expand this out into 4, if that's even necessary. Starter base is so small and compact. Everything just whittles down to nothingness eventually. Yeah, used cargo load. Cargo load. Stack size of seeds and fruits completely wrong. In what world can you stack fruit up to 200 but the seeds only in 10? In Factorio land, such things happen. But yes, the stacking of seeds is very annoying. It is very inconvenient. There. There we go. Oh. YouTube title is misspelled. Sorry, I didn't see that before. Yeah, why did that not tell me it was... Oh, it's Gleba. Yeah. Sorry, I got super distracted with the 12th Man stuff. As you do. Thank you. Oh, that's just a regular transport belt. There we go. I read YouTube chat as well as JD reads any chat. Also, there's a bit of a delay. I'm still getting used to reading 2 things at the same time. That's my excuse that I've been sticking to. Gleba deba ding dong. Okay. I'm out of substations actually. Aha. Spot the landfill. Yeah. I might have to look into one of those things that combines the 2 chats together. Make it a lot easier. Blurb. Is that actually painted down? No, it isn't. There we go. Oh, that's solid land, that's why. YouTube chat is harder to read. I mean, it is literally a smaller font. Easier to see what you're up to on YouTube as everyone has the same grey names, or it's much harder to notice. I mean, let me give you an example. This is what this is what I see. Oh, let me just change one thing there. Yeah, that's pretty much what I see. Like the YouTube one is a lot the Twitch one is a lot easier to see because everything's all colorized and it's big, whereas this one here, the text is much smaller, so it's a lot harder to see. So that's mainly where the problem lies. The reason why you worked out a way to tie Twitch chat alongside YouTube player makes for a much better experience. It really does. Twitch is the better chat experience, but it's YouTube is the vastly superior player. Kind of needs a chatty client. It does, doesn't it? That would make all of the difference. All right, so we got mold coming out here. Excellent. Seeds come in here. I'm sort of just lumping everything together and then just let the train and the train interrupts deal with it. Hey, Beardless Dane. I think there is a few ways to combine them. It is actually possible to fix the delay. Can I do it when it's live though? No. I'll try that in the future. I'll try and the low latency mode, but the reason why I don't use it is in the past I've had a lot of problems with it. Yeah, I haven't seen any that are any good at it. Same with JD. It's one of those things where people kinda sorta do the thing, but it's like unfinished. I think part of it is API limitations with YouTube because they're extremely restrictive. Arguably somewhat rightly so. Twitch's old original API was very permissive. Like, it was a little bit too allowing of things. I mean, it is a variant of IRC. Had to go AFK for a bit. That's all right. Topic of computer memory. I was really hoping Intel Lunar Lake laptop chips would have support for DDR5 sticks in addition to on-chip channels. Yeah, I mean DDR5 is just weird. It's actually getting getting Bioflux. Yeah, the DDR5, PCI Express 5, both of them are very weird things. There's a lot of compromises to make them work. Yeah, Twitch used to be able to get as low as like half a second on a good day. The funny thing is that different people would have different latencies. This would have been back in like 2017. Possible makes you want potted fish. With the topic of the DDR5, because of the timing requirements, it's very problematic at higher speeds. I think it is getting more stable, but there was like it was so erratic the performance. Oh, for them. Like different motherboards of the same. If you take one specific motherboard from a manufacturer or one specific model of a motherboard, and then you got like 10 of them, you would have 10 different results just because of the variations in the PCB manufacturing. PCI Express 5 and DDR5 are just so sensitive to those things. It's pretty much at the limit of what's possible outside of the really exotic high-end bizarro motherboards that, or boards that you would make in high-end RF and microwave products. Surprised you don't have a trash spider following you, so you don't have to return to base with junk things. I should really do that, because I do... Do I have a... Oh, no, I don't have a spider. No, that's right. Spidertron is one of the things that's missing from here still. That's what we're trying to do here somewhere. Yeah. It's trying to craft more spiders. Actually have a spider on you. Or have I taken it? I think I've taken it. Yeah, the idea is that every world gets at least a rare Spidertron. Support having to run the off-chip modules at half clocks on the off-chip dies would help creating support for low-end DDR5 4266. See, if DDR5 4266 is really low. Even that's like the I think that's the bottom end of what is that even? How low does DDR5 go? It's like it'd be very close to baseline, wouldn't it? Yeah, that lazy and we'll just got running up and yeah. If anything, it's amazing that I don't have like a little trash and supply base set up for each of these. That's probably the truly amazing thing. Now, show. We need to receive. Yeah, the new Spidertron controller is amazing. So, so I need calcite coming in, and then I need this is yeah this is for iron. Well, this will be a for iron and steel, so I'll need steel and iron coming out. So I need one out, two more ins. Da, 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 da. Bam. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. One, two. Four, five. Yeah. You rush to make one when once you research it, make Gleba fights so much easier. Rockets and rocket turrets make Gleba so much easier too. Standards compliant DDR5 are between 4000 and 6400, but the Lunar Lake dies are running at 8533. Classic. I didn't actually realize they were running that high. I struggle to get to 6000 on my PC. It's running at 50. I wanted 6000, but it's only running at 5800. If I run it at 6000, it randomly retrains like every third or fourth boot. And the BIOS, I should see if there's an update, but the BIOS is a bit weird with the retraining. So I might actually rotate this 90 degrees just to make it a little bit less annoying. Lamb. So that's an innie. In Audi goes there. Oh, wait, there. So you're delivering calcite as soon as I see it. There it is. And then we need an input of two different things. So you and oops, you. Yeah. And good job. There we go. 2020's AMD server laptop hybrid desktop. I mean, if you're on a 2020 machine, there's probably not that much incentive to upgrade right now. 2020, 2021, you're still doing pretty well. Everyone, like, had many real-world conversations about this, and no one believes me that things haven't really changed that much in the last 4 years. That's my position, is that things haven't really changed that much. And it's all like, no, 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 it's all wrong. It's actually all this, this, and that, and yes, but also no, not really. One, four. Four. Oh yeah, there'll do. A+4 DDR4 config at 3200 and extremely high latency RAM timings. Moore's Law is dead. That is a YouTube channel. Also, pretty much, yeah. I mean, 3D Vcache is pretty much where it was gonna go. It's everything on die is pretty much the end point. So like, I might as well take the lot. Yeah, I mean, Intel blundering aside, like, there's not... The whole thing with... I've mentioned this many times before, the whole thing with the die sizes is that it's... They say, like, 7 nanometer, 5 nanometer, 10 nanometer and all that, but they're not actually smaller. It's like this equivalent to... they're... how do you say? They call it, like 7 nanometer, but it's like 14 nanometer, but if it actually was 7 nanometer, like, what they've done to the die, the way they've structured it, is that if it actually was 7 nanometer, then that's how it would be structured. Say, I mean, it's a bit disingenuous, me even saying that, because there have been further improvements, but it's kind of, sort of, it's more like in different planes, and I'm trying to think of what the latest thing they're doing is. The gate all around, I think it was called. Some off-die functionality remaining, but more likely be different than... Will that be different? Yeah. I mean, Nvidia, I think, is having the same problem. Oh, I also get what you mean. I was sort of thinking something else with Intel, just with the general over the 2010s, where they just sort of stalled out. Well overdue for better memory for CPU. Main reason we don't have more than 16 cores in mainstream is because 2 channels are slow. That is also true. Hiccups there. There is some limits to it though. Like, if you see channels like LTT when they do, big multi-core stuff, and they run into weird performance bottlenecks, and it's because it's like too much of a good thing. Like, too many CPUs ends up slowing things down because you can't divide up the work fast enough. I can't... It's something that I don't properly understand enough to NUMA nodes and NUMA... what do they call them? The sort of the universe that the core CPU, physical CPUs and the threads and all that exist within. Oh, it's not just software itself, it's also operating systems and everything else. And the physical constraints of the instruction decoder of the CPU. It it's like when you have work to do. I have run into this doing parallel processing using Python scripts. Is that there's an overhead to actually cutting up a workload and then sending it to different different processes on different cores to the point where the cores are waiting for the process to cut up the work to send to them. So they end up sitting idle because they're waiting for work. Stuff like that. I mean, that's one of the more. I mean, that's the one that I've encountered particularly. Um, I don't know the exact phrasing and terminology to describe that sort of stuff, though. As I say, I don't understand enough about it to really describe it in detail. Yeah, and the physical access, the cache misses, hopping between different when you hop from to a different core, and it's on a different the data that the core needs to access is on a different cache section of cache to where it was before. Funny enough, software's sort of plateaued as far as bloat goes, or at least in my from what I've seen. I mean, Windows 11 is certainly trying to reverse that trend. Apple in particular with the M series iOS I think, has definitely seen like an increase in, a decrease in bloat to in turn increase performance to the point where 8 gigabytes of RAM actually seems reasonable over 16 gig for a PC. For example, you can see AMD swapping their desktop chipset, use Samsung, Exos Mobile. Isn't that thing having all kinds of issues? If only because it allowed them to dump the old stock while amortizing long-term support associated with 7 years of their old phones. Furnaces just to get rid of extra iron bacteria from the stromatolites. The furnaces. I probably had some. Oh, these was just to make early steel and iron, but I mean, eventually I'm going to just dump this onto a train and send it out. Oh, okay. Fine. They're getting a little... Oh, okay, they aren't actually hungry. Yeah, and also Teams. That is true. But Teams is like... It's like some horrendous monstrosity running in a browser. I like how this is just me running backwards and forwards while mumbling about uh, tech and stuff. What's the biggest hurdle to overcome on Gleba when it comes to resources? I think it's really the biggest pain in the butt is I think just getting the initial agricultural production up and running. Of all things, I think it's that's the biggest issue. So early on, you you need to process more smooth brains to get more smooth brain seeds, to fill up this belt before you can really start progressing. And so there's this you're sort of stuck in this cycle where you can't grow the smooth brains because you don't have the seeds. But without the seeds, you can't grow the smooth brains. The answer to that, though, is to go out to the farming areas and actually just bulk harvest trees. So I've already sort of scraped it clean, but over here I would scoop up the trees. Likewise down here, here. Yeah, see, just there's lots of wrinkle brains here, so just wholesale scrape them up and just throw them in the machines to try and make more seeds. And now security is based around virtualization. It's a huge memory hog. Yeah, I hadn't realized how crazy security had gotten in recent years until I sort of read into, well, until the CrowdStrike incidents happened, and then I started understanding what was going on. Where are they? Oh yes, because the white here. I'm not used to looking for the white marks for the trees because it wasn't in there originally. But yeah, like early on, it's worth going around and just harvesting these just to help bolster your production. Beyond that, resources, it's just stone and things. Um, yeah, it is. Very much is. Down it goes. Just getting that initial jump start on Gleba is always annoying. Basically, if you need to use biolabs for yeah, that's the other thing too. You can use assemblers early on for processing the fruit, but as soon as you can, chuck them in biolabs. The productivity means you'll get a lot more seeds out of them. Yeah, you're forced to start with assemblers, but as soon as you can, just make switch it over to biolabs. Switch all of your fruit processing over to biolabs. It will save you a lot of pain. Go. What's the belt bend on the thingy for? I think it was just because like I had yellow belt at the time. I mean, the fact that the spacing's only 3 and 4, yeah, this was like yellow belt originally. On my starter kit, it was, I would have only had, I can actually, do I actually have it still? It's probably changed. Yeah, planet starter. Yeah, oh, it has red belt on it there because this was set up for Aquilo. But yeah, I would have had yellow belt in this originally, and that's why. Lower down. Oh, side loading. It forces it to be on a single lane because yeah, mixing here. Um, it was coming through on 2 lanes originally. That's been changed. That's been fixed along here. Alrighty. I keep forgetting I need substations. You're trying to craft them. So, oh, it has 5 of them. uh, you. Da-ba-da, da-ba-da, da-ba-ha, da-ba-sha. Out, out. In, any. I could power it with substations, but I don't have substations. Funny that. Yeah. And then that'd be like 150. That'll help get rid of it. Yusa. There. Productivity. You don't need productivity. 26% productivity on a furnace. What a time to be alive. Iron copper producers. On which planet? This one? Do you mean the bacterial producer? Because that's what it looks like currently. Need a platform that makes substations. Yeah. So this is how I make. So the way I'm making it. So we have smooth brains, wrinkle brains. They get sent down past the bioflux machine. Yeah. Well, I don't know why it actually has that. It doesn't need it. Single beacon. Yeah, I suppose I wasn't really going to worry about it, but I can do. Right that there. There we go. Yeah, I need to get the better quality beacons up and running very quickly because that starts to get silly. Um, once you start getting into like rare beacons, things start to get a little crazy. Like there, just the speed boost from rare beacons. Even, well, I mean legendary is a mega jump, so it's also worth doing. But yeah, yeah. So that crafting speed there, 9.2. That in 1.1 is like 8.8 beacon speed, I think. Right there, and it's only got 4 beacons. I wanted to see if there was a version. Oh yeah. So you want to see? Oh, it's already gone. That's what this plugged into. Yeah, it was here. It's gone now. Any thoughts on split numbering scheme Intel tried with the 10th gen CPU? May isolate Comet Lakes. Um, the split numbering. I've honestly already forgotten about that. Less efficient to use multiple beacons instead of a single one. Yeah, as I say, once you get into the higher quality beacons, all bets are off. Things get so stupid so quick. Can I pop a few of those in there? No. Don't has access to them. Do we have better spiders yet? No. Still slowly producing. It's actually bottlenecked on legs. The funny thing is, because it's producing so many legs for Spidertrons, they've actually got a lot of excess legs. And it's slowly getting worse. The VODs for version 1? That is true, yes. Yep, you don't have to go back far to find version 1. Alright, is there some quality modules I can steal? Or should I just order more from abroad? I think I will. There. Annoyingly, then I've got to go to space to then tell it to get it from Aura. Waiting for. Oh, mining drill. Why aren't you making mining drills? You are making mining drills. It's just slow progress. I know why. Is it kind of like Intel switching to their mobile liner over to the 10 scheme compared to the desktop 10XS scheme? Intel just cutting off the last digit of the desktop system. I mean, by the time we got to 10th, the numbers were just confusing. Multi-planet moving platforms with Aura Crest still elude you? Yeah, it's a bit that way, isn't it? I think what's needed is that. I don't actually know if it's possible to build this, having said all this. Lamo. There. Yeah, I only got purple ones. Oh, make do. There we go. Doopadoo. You make mining drills of the uncommon variety. You make air ones. Then pop that there. You put that there. Yeah, you can all have the same thingy. So yeah, now... Oh, look at that. Straight away into the epics. Realistically, I probably should have the legendary modules over here. 100. 100. 200. Let's make them all 200. That. Yeah, there should be enough crap to fill up these chests at least for a little while from all the recycled base mining drills. I actually need to do the same with... Yeah, apparently I have done the same with foundries already. I thought you needed lubricant as well. Or was it? Oh, it was foundries that need lubricant. Ooh, quality pop. So that's 2 right there. Yeah, it's just cranking out the epics. It's like, use a buffer chest. Can I remember the last time you placed one of those? Yeah, this is a perfect use case for it. It's just to pull all of the quality items together in one place. It's pretty much the intention of a buffer chest is to consolidate. It's the one reason I use buffer chests is to consolidate stuff like that, you know, from multiple production sites into one single output. So I'm actually surprised this thing's still going. Epic Foundry versus Blue, pretty big on difference. Yeah, there we go. Oh, they've actually produced enough. 100 then? There and there. Use them before recyclers that are still in the network that can be crushed. What's the difference in speed? 5.12 versus 3.2. There you go. Yeah, the speed of the different machines is kind of ridiculous. This thing also only has like, yeah, 4 of these machines. So it's not very fast on the production front. Yeah, fixing up the sort of the home area of Vulcanus was one of the things that we never did. Like we did do the train network on Vulcanus a while ago, but yeah, like this bit hasn't been done. At some point, I do. Oh no, I do have coal there. But when this coal patch runs, the idea is that I'm keeping it going until the coal patch runs out, and potentially the coal site as well. So once all these once like the calcite runs out and the coal runs out, then I'll start redoing Vulcanus again. It's the general plan of action. This is how I also avoid doing Gleba stuff, is by just hopping to other planets. So I can then, well, yeah, avoid doing Gleba stuff, really. Still trying to think of a way to get a platform to loiter at a certain distance along a space. Yeah. It's like, Where is it? There is actually a use case for it. It's like you want a platform to loiter somewhere. I think it was like 800k. I think it was. I mean, the Prometheum continues rising. Might have been right when the ramp is. It might have been at 1.2 million. It is actually a useful thing to do. Interplanetary procrastination? You know it. What you come here for? Ooh, legendary. There you go. That's how you get things done. What are you waiting for? Just assorted crap. Off you go. Yeah, again, like, at the end of the day, the EM plans are all sorted. Like, I'm getting a reliable supply of rares. Same with the cryogenics. I can't believe that, like, this is the quality cryogenics. This is all it is. And I'm pretty much sitting at Epic now, leaning into Legendary. Did the same thing with Fusion. It doesn't have the supply to really maintain the high standard, but, you know, it's up there. It's up there. So yeah, that's how you do quality. Getting distracted on other planets away from Gleba. That's the way. Actually, I pointed this out before. Aquila was the true Gleba because there's really nothing here. It's just coldness and sadness and heat pipes that you have to try and connect to everything. Like Gleba, everything turns to. You start with nothing and it turns into nothing. You start and then you grow more of it to then turn into nothingness again. Whereas Aquilo, you know, you got to manage all the builds with the heat, and you got to concrete things. You got to wait for boss to charge because they use like 6 times more power. It's just a sad place, is what it is. How do you have? Oh, right, the whole circuit situation. Yeah, I've got too much quality stuff now. It's actually funny. I've got so many legendary modules. I'm just doing whatever with them. Huh. I actually have too much legendary stuff. Might be something I'll need to address. 40 megawatt heat plan using localized heating towers, and they found out how easy fusion was. Yeah, yep. I mean, Gleba, I still have the heating tower system because I need to burn the mold somehow. Um, but yeah. Ever used a rocket fuel loop? Am I binning? No. I mean, I am burning rocket fuel. Or do you mean have rocket fuel just loop around and go into heating towers? I mean, I'm just using bots to deliver rocket fuel to heating towers. Lack of ability to use quality and rocket silos. Um, so this lack of blue circuits is a bit of a problem right now. Where are they going? Just rare, I think. It's tempting to actually take some modules out. What do we got for quality? It's just all epics. Yeah, I'll just change these to epics then. They're all blue. They're rare ones. mean, they'll get ground up and then turned into more modules. There we go, 145. The hope and the dream is that it won't be turned into as many high quality circuits. This is why I need quality production, potentially, either here or on Navis. Multi-carbon to burn towers gives you more power. I know, I just want to get rid of... I really just need a mold deleter. I'm not trying to be efficient about it. Recycles into more solid fuel after a few levels, and production science saves your headache of finding more oil and... Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't even really tapping more than like a few of what I've got there. Not even efficiency. Admittedly, once you... Oh. They're actually all 1 a second. Oh, there you go. So it doesn't matter. ODS, shuffle to make the legendary buildings. It's, yeah, I'm only kind of doing quality. I'm not really doing quality properly. I mean, I wanted to get power out of it, not just use recyclers. Because apparently seeds are going and getting deleted as well. Make that 1,000. There we go. Oh, it's already time. I didn't even notice. What a way to procrastinate getting this thing done. I'm probably just going to do it on the side. Alright. I gotta get focused. Alright, Yep. Yep. I might need to actually do a tangent and sort out quality. Thank you, Veldak. There's the links to all the things and stuff and junk. You can use K and M as number shortcuts. K and M. Yeah, so I'm going to continue this tomorrow or possibly Friday. Depends how I feel tomorrow. I haven't been feeling too amazing this week. I might have caught something when I was off doing car things. Yeah, you can type in 1K or turn to... Oh, yeah. You can type it. So, just before we go, just the one little thing. Yeah, you can type 1K. I guess it's not all things. I'm trying to think of a thing where I thought it was possible to happen in here. You should be able to do like one to the power. Guess not then. I'm sure it was done in those. Have like thingies. One thingy. Oh, I know why. Because I turned it off. I know why. I turned it off. There. What's it called? Yeah, you can do powers as well. Uh, yeah, use formulas in number input fields. That's the one. Yeah, I turned that one off. That's why it's not working. Anyway, I was supposed to be stopping, so that's the thing. Yeah. So do you know how I learned it? Is the boss kid did it in front of me. He was like, "You can just do this," and it's like, "Why? Sure." It actually makes a lot of sense why things are the way they are. By the way. Anyway, I was supposed to be ending, so I'm gonna end it there. And say thank you for watching, hanging out. Appreciate you here as always, and we shall see you next time. And bye bye for now. Nighty night.